Yo, what's going on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite gamer girl, Crunk Girl 711, coming to you live and direct on this Sunday. Happy E3 week, baby. It finally started today. E3 started today with EA's conference, or EA Play. Um, if y'all know, I did my predictions yesterday, and your girl was right. I knew it. I called some of the stuff that they showed. Um, so we're gonna do a little wrap up or whatnot about what they showed, what I liked, what I disliked, and for everybody, oh, this is the worst show ever. And come on, man, you know they're gonna show FIFA, you know they're gonna show Madden. So why even bitch about it when you know that's a big part of their show? Because people play the games, people play FIFA, and people play Madden, and they're the two top selling games for EA. You think they're not going to show it or even bring any light to it and spend the ample enough time on those games? Because they are. You want to know why? Because those games show up in NPD every month. People buy them. People want to know about them. So get over it. that that shit boggles my mind every year. Even I know you're not in the sports games, but the sports titles is what EA thrives off of. So you think they're not going to show those games? Stop it. Stop it with the denial. So anyways, first off, Titanfall 2. That actually leaked this morning, campaign trailer, so that wasn't really a huge deal, but it looked good. It looked really good. I can really say it looked really good. I wasn't like the, oh my god, Titanfall 1 was a bad game and horrible. Nah, I wasn't one of those people who downed the game. I just didn't like the bots in the game. But I had actually put that in my top 10 games for the year. So I did not down that game. It's coming to PS2. Oh gosh, PS2, PS4. October the 28th. And that's what's significant about that. No, 21st. What's significant about that is it's dropping a week before Battlefield 1. I don't know if they're sending that game to die. I don't know. That's kinda that's a little too close for comfort. That game should have came out maybe September. It's way too close to Battlefield 1. They may be sending that game to die. But or either sometime in maybe late November, maybe after Call of Duty had its day and age. But it's a week before Battlefield 1. I don't know how smart that was of them to put that as the release date. So we got story campaign trailer for Titanfall, which I called. I said, yo, they're gonna do a campaign trailer, and they actually had multiplayer. Both look pretty damn good, so I'm excited to see more about campaign and actually get to play this one. Let's see. And if y'all, I don't know if y'all caught this, the L1 and R1 buttons popped up on that gameplay. So I was thinking, this may be PS4 marketed game, and I think I'm right because Ryan McCaffrey from IGN actually played the game at the EA Play event. He played 3 times from what his Twitter said. What he wrote on Twitter, because he got to do a preview on it. And from what he said, they're playing Titanfall 1 on PS4s. So I'm wondering if Sony got the marketing for Titanfall 2 this time around. No. But I was like one of the first people to be like, yo, that L1 and R1 button showing. Do they got, like, is they playing on PS4s? Because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, then I had to go back, and then somebody on Twitter was like, I didn't see that. I'm like, nah, bruh. I know I seen the L1, R1 buttons. So, we'll see. Next up, let me see. Next up, they showed Madden. Madden has a lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of a rundown for all my Madden fans out there. Y'all know I'm a huge Madden fan. So, they talked about Play the Moment. Basically, the Connected Careers, Connected Franchise, it features an option to play only select moments from a game. This means you can go through situations like you can in moments like in Ultimate Team. You can play opening drive, key third down. Whenever anyone's in the red zone, the game's normal sim engine will bridge the rest of the game. Um, a full game using this option should take 15 to 20 minutes. Users can choose from feed styles from the plays that are simmed. Quick takes you to directly to the next user controller play. Normal shows more play by play. The third option is for real time. There are options to play offense or defense only. And the sim plays will be geared toward 120 play count in terms of stats. And this is regardless of the length of the quarters. Um, so they chimed in on game planning. This will replace game prep, even though it retains some of the same elements. So the computer analyzes what the up and coming opponent does and does not do well, and gives you a game plan with drills that counter that. Perform well in the game plan drill, like cover two, for instance, and your players will get a boost when you call cover two plays that week. That's dope. Um, Plays that are part of the week's game plan will be highlighted during the play calling. That is dope too. I like that. If you get a gold medal in a drill, you can sim that drill going forward and get that boost so you don't have to repeat it. There are situational game plans, such as working on your red zone defense. You can practice a game plan simply to boost plays you want rather than scheme against opponents. There are more drills in skills trainer. There will also, you can earn XP for all players at the position. Free practice is still included. You can choose 3 players to undergo focus training, which is not drills based. The 3 picks are saved, remembered for the week by week. Even if you don't use focus training, players will still earn XP. Confidence is no longer a part of the weekly training. It's now tied more into the team's overall win and loss record. Individual game time confidence modifiers still exist, but they're not as big of detail than this year. Drive goals are less granular, that's what they say, and are more based on that player's career or season milestones. However, drive goals context should be more appropriate this year. Coaches' XP packages are now tied to overall position groups, like offensive line, then specific positions like guards, centers, and big name coaches will start with fewer packages this year. Okay, let's talk about big decisions. The developer says that it wants to highlight and streamline some of the decisions you make about your team. While this could mean a variety of things, one of the examples of Madden 17 is so-called big decision injuries. In this year's past, you can make a real-time decision whether you wanted to adjust injured player to return to the lineup or not. Now the decision will become amplified. Players can be brought back off the injury list sooner than expected. If you don't play them early, they have a greater chance of being re-injured. If that happens, they will be out for even longer. Injuries are related to your practice squad and all that. They got a couple things about the draft, free agency, and off season. Let's see, presentation. They talked about a little bit of that. And they also talked about the when it comes not EA but Madden, when it comes to actual playing against other players in competitive modes. It's a new esports event, and they got 3 of them. There's 3 different events. There's hold up, I wrote it down. I know there's there's a big one for like the big EA events. Then there's a smaller one for like the in game, and then there's one where you can do with your friends. So let me see. There we go. Each of them intended to appeal to a different niche of players. There's a challenge events. Those are designed to allow players to host their own events, basically like on PS3 where we can do our own events and stuff like that. It's challenger events, which is gonna be cool. Then it'll be way easier to have Madden tournaments, so that's dope. Then there'll be premier events. Those are large scale events that EA hosts with selected partners. And the last tier is events. It's simply called EA major events. And in major events, they run on a global scale, featuring the top players in each game. So they're gonna have a huge stake in esports right now. So that's kind of dope. So I thought that was quite interesting. Let's talk about FIFA. The biggest thing I got from FIFA this year was that they are actually going to have a campaign. That 2K effect, people. So they're gonna have a campaign mode. I forgot the guy's name, but he's black. So I don't want to be like, oh well, that's put a huge significance on it. But yo, got 3 black main characters in a game this year, which is dope. I think FIFA the first campaign, there'll be a actual, he's actual real person, actual soccer star. Mafia 3 has a African American / I think Caucasian character, and then we got Watch Dogs 2. He's black too. So hey man, I'm liking the diversity, man. I wish we'd say any more of this. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more, even Hispanic or Asian or anything other than Caucasian. Something to switch it up a little bit. So yeah, they showed the campaign mode for FIFA, and they also showed that it is running on Frostbite engine. What is Frostbite engine going to do? I don't know. But the facial features of these dudes look fucking amazing. Like, that shit looked good. I'm not the hugest FIFA fan. I don't fuck with FIFA like that. But I have to admit that it looked pretty damn good. Not my type of game, but it did look good. Then they showed a smaller game that I think is EA Originals. Basically, it's going to be their indie, like ID box type of thing, like the Sony or Microsoft has. And the game they called was Faye. I don't know if it's a Ori sequel, or it's kind of like Ori and the Blind Forest. I mean, like Journey meets Ori and the Blind Forest. It looks dope. It looks different. So I'm really excited to see how they deal with that type of game. It looks fun. It's an indie game, and I'm glad they're actually giving indie devs a chance. So we may see a Child of Light come out of this. It may be a great game. It may get awards. You never know, man. But we got to give these smaller guys a chance. And it looked fun. Let's see what else they showed that I like. They showed Mass Effect Andromeda. I told y'all they were going to show Mass Effect, but I thought they were going to show more than what they showed. This lets me know that Mass Effect is not near where we think it's at. I got a feeling Mass Effect is out maybe, if it's not out late 2017, it's going to be early 2018 before we get that game. I don't think it's ready yet. Or I may be wrong, and they may show it at Microsoft or Sony's conference, and we may actually get a trailer. I don't know, because I think they did that last time. They showed way more gameplay. I forgot what game it was that they didn't show much at the show. Battlefront. They showed a little bit at EA show, but then they showed a lot more at Sony show. So maybe that's what they may be doing. But we saw concept art. We saw a little smidgen of gameplay that did look really good, but that was probably like pre-alpha. And it probably was like, you know what I'm saying, PC. So it looked okay from what they showed, but it didn't. This is what I say about showing games too early. This year is probably when they should have showed all this stuff and what they showed last year. They shouldn't have showed it. They showed it way too early, and the game is too far out. Then they showed what was it? Battlefield. I think is Battlefield next. Because Battlefield was the last thing they showed. I know they showed Madden. They showed FIFA. They showed Faye. They showed I'm forgetting Star Wars. They let people know, like we already knew, but they showed this finally, I call this, Amy Hennig in Star Wars game that they're working on. They showed a little bit of that. It looked pretty good. They didn't show a trailer or anything like that. They showed like actual showing her and saying who's working on what, because there's multiple Star Wars games coming. One on Visual Games is working on. One Respawn game is working on. Respawn Entertainment, the same people who are doing Titanfall. And there were other developers on that board that are working on smaller, I think maybe smaller mobile games or maybe the PC games. But there are a multitude of Star Wars games coming, which was kind of cool. I'm glad to see Amy Hennig, and I'm kind of glad that she's moved on and she's trying something different. So I can't wait to see what kind of game that's going to be, and can't wait for that. but the granddaddy of them all, yo, Battlefield 1. Oh my god. People downplaying, yo, Battlefield 1 looks freaking amazing. Oh my god, I can't wait to get that game. Like, y'all know I played Battlefield 3. I love Battlefield 3. It took me away from Modern Warfare 3 like indefinitely. That's all I played. Battlefield 4 had some hiccups at the beginning. I actually picked it back up. Y'all saw that I beat the campaign. I played that game. So Battlefield 4 might get re-downloaded soon. Play some multiplayer on that thing. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like hopping back on it. But, yo, Battlefield 1 multiplayer reveal. Jesus. They showed some campaign at the beginning. Of course, it looked extremely good. But after they showed 32 versus 32, yo, it might have been a great thing to go back to World War One, because they got a whole lot of different types of weapons. That big ass blimp. They got weather that changes, and like they had that before, but not like this. And before y'all get crazy, I know that it's on PC, but it's gonna look pretty good on PS4 and Xbox One. I still think it's gonna look alright. Is it gonna look like that? No, but it's still like I told people that Battlefront, I think, is what Battlefront helped this game. I feel like the lighting is great. The way the way everything just looks, I'm like, yo, oh my god, I need Battlefield. I need Battlefield in my life. So far, Battlefield was the best thing I saw. So if I had to give this thing a number, I would say a 7.5. I'm gonna be easy on them, a 7.5, just because Battlefield blew my fucking mind. So we may not see nothing better than Battlefield 1. So yeah, 17-minute video, but they showed Madden, FIFA, they showed Star Wars. They showed what I wanted them to show. They just didn't show maybe the Skate 4s and all that type of stuff. But overall, it was an okay conference. A lot of people, they put too much pressure on EA because they should know what EA's gonna show. I'm just putting it out there. But anyways, I'm gonna bring y'all another video when Bethesda does theirs. I think it's coming up soon. I think like maybe another hour before Bethesda does theirs, and I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace. That Battlefield 1 looked crazy, bruh. Holla.